All right, tonight, did Trump steal the wrong play from the Biden playbook? Karl Rove thinks so.
The Trump administration is making the same mistake that the Biden administration made, which was to basically, remember we had Bidenomics is working.
Right.
Well, now we have the golden age of American prosperity has returned, and Americans are not feeling that. Better to say we're working hard to put America on the right road rather than declaring premature victory. And I think that's a big mistake for the White House and is likely to come back and bite them in the midterm elections.
So, Boccia, what about that, Karl Rove?
Firing this person is not my favorite thing that the president has done, but I sort of disagree with Karl Rove. I do think that there are certain economic factors that are actually extremely positive. And in firing her, he made it seem like the economy was struggling a lot more than it is. I just want to read one piece of information I think is really telling. So over the last 4 months, 1.8 million native-born Americans got a job, and 1.5 million foreign-born workers lost a job. And we know that 1 million of those, or somewhere around them at least, were illegal migrants who exited the workforce and self-deported. This is a huge, huge win for the president. This is exactly what an America First economy should look like. It turns out the whole idea that there are jobs Americans won't do is a myth. There are jobs Americans won't do for that money. And having this illegal caste underwriting our entire economy, getting rid of that should be a progressive cause.
All right, 2 points. You know where all that data comes from that you just cited? The Bureau of Labor Statistics.
Yes, indeed.
The woman he just fired. He doesn't believe in that data.
In that long ago time, 5 minutes ago.
That data's all rigged. That data's all rigged. And the other thing is the data which I happen to find accurate, particularly as they revise it over time, that has a lot to do with the unemployment rate. It absolutely affects the denominator of the unemployment rate, which has stayed very stable. The jobs created number, a little bit different how it impacts that. And in fact, the sort of the flatlining of the jobs added here is something a little bit different than that, and a bit of a problem here. You were trying to jump in.
Yeah, because I wanted you to name her name. What's her name? Everybody, what's her name? Exactly, because nobody should know. It's Erika McEntarfer.
Yeah.
Nobody should know who the commissioner of the Bureau of Labor Statistics is. As I was telling you off air, and I'll bring it over here, it's a spoke in the wheel. And this is the problem with President Trump. He has gutted different agencies, and he has gotten rid of career people that don't have an R&D next to their name. This R stands for Rutgers, everybody, so calm down.
This is the second time.
That's right. I got to drop them.
More.
They pay me every time I mention them. So, but this is what he's done to these agencies, where these are career people that put the political association right there before they sign in, and then they do their job and they report on their job. This is data. 2 plus 2
Let's
is
stay on
4.
the economy. Let's stay on the economy for a second here, because he's out there. Because Trump is making this the Trump economy. It's got his name on it now. Does he want that?
But the only thing that anybody's able to say are that there are more migrants eliminated from the economy, right? That's the only thing people have to add. GDP growth is down, inflation is up, unemployment is up, jobs added, down. We've seen that. Consumer confidence
Jobs
down.
added wasn't down. They revised it down.
It went up in July.
Well,
It was down in June. It was down in
But the number of jobs added is very, very low.
Year over year.
Bakari said.
Starkly down.
Over year.
Yeah, starkly down. Yes.
I mean.
No,
Okay.
I'm with you.
So let me just let me finish, because I actually did some research. Retail sales down, the trade deficit, what we've been talking about, up. Price of gas up. Price of eggs up. We started to see the price of goods go up. Listen, this is what Americans want, and I've said this till I'm blue in the face, and I wish that Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries actually heard me. They want competency, and they want consistency. Right. We already know we're not getting that out of Donald Trump. We don't have competency out of Donald Trump. We damn sure don't have consistency out of Donald Trump. But we're not getting that out of Democrats either. And so while the economic metrics are what they are, the economy is going to hell in a handbasket quickly. She had to go to page 7 of the talking points to find a plus, and that's not even a plus.
And the markets want stability, Go ahead, Brooke. I'll let you
Okay, so we had this 250,000 revision, which is actually a big one, right? So I can see why people are angry and they're shouting conspiracy theories.
Over 2 months. It's 250,000 over 2 months.
Okay, but I agree with Karl Rove that the messaging could have been handled a bit differently. It's the same thing, you know, when I tell my children, a little bit of pain for a little bit of gain. And if you actually look at the numbers, the job growth, which is in the tens of thousands per month, is almost exactly the same as it was during the last couple months of the Biden administration. So while right before the election we had a spike, it's now exactly the same. Now, if you think about the tariffs that we have, that is a pretty good thing, that the tariffs haven't hurt the economy the way that everybody is saying that they would hurt the economy. And once we have a stable policy and we have consistency and we have predictability, I think you're going to see that boom.
Are you going to be
psyched?
psyched for 19,000 jobs, 14,000 jobs added a month in perpetuity? Because if that's helping the economy, that's not the kind of help people like.
No,
Are you guys not psyched that he raised $100 billion in tariffs? 5% of our
Bakari, yes. I've been waiting on this. Thank you. I got this one. And I didn't do economics.
When I talk, you always accuse me of using talking points. When you talk, I always say, thank you, Bakari, for finding common ground.
Yeah, but I got this one. Because I've been studying econ. I've been studying econ for this show. Do you know who's responsible for the dollars we've raised?
The tariffs.
Yeah. No. Who is responsible for the tariff? You just gave the statistic about the amount of money we've made off.
$108 billion.
Who's responsible for it? Who's paying it?
So it's been a combination of three things. Yes, it has.
Come on,
it's been a combination of foreign governments, foreign countries, a combination of the corporations.
Almost there. Come on. And who else?
Last one.
There have been a few companies that have.
No. Like the American spender. Come on, the American. Who pays
tariffs?
Who pays the tariffs?
Right, but then
just to kill
lawmaker proposes a bill to give that money back to the people. The Democrats are upset about it.
We know because inflation has not risen significantly.
Oh, but it has risen.
Obviously, it is being paid by somebody else. No. We know that foreign governments and corporations have eaten the vast majority of the tariffs.
And I will quote my good friend, the great liberal Erika, who goes out on a limb and simply says,
the fact that a conservative said something doesn't make it true, Bakari.
I've been saying that in my entire life. I've actually you've been agreeing with me. Erika even pointed to the fact that we've raised all this money from tariffs comes from the American individual who's spending these dollars.
That is false. The fact that Erika said it doesn't make it true, Bakari. It is false. The vast majority of the tariffs have been paid by foreign governments and corporations.
That's really not how it
is. Just real quick, just to
go ahead.
On the industry sectors, hospitality and leisure is down with respect to travel. And then, look, I have a coffee sponsor, Fresh Roasted Coffee, best tasting coffee, but they're down. I'm sorry, I got to drop it later. But look how much they pay on tariffs for their exports. You can't grow coffee in America. You know that, John. You cannot grow coffee here. So they're paying all these tariffs from Brazil, these South American countries. So you mentioned those are two industries right there that are impacted by
Before you sell turtle wax next, we're taking a break here. Is MAGA about to get its wish? The Attorney General, who's under fire over the Epstein case, is now moving to put the Obama administration in front of a grand jury. We have another special guest to join us at the table. A whole lot of New Jersey coming up.